guys, so as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be doing a birthday book haul. I have so many books that I'm so excited to show you guys that I got for my birthday. I know this video is a little bit late because if you don't know, my birthday is August 7th and I believe it is like almost the end of August whenever I am putting out this video. A lot of things happened. I refilmed this video like 2 times and both were just because of like the lighting and so many things. But I am finally filming it for the 3rd time. Hopefully the 3rd time's a charm. I don't think I could film it again after this, but that's just me. But we're gonna get right on to all the books I got. I kind of went on a little bit of a book shopping spree. I was gifted money to go get some books, so I am really excited to show you guys everything I got. Let's just go ahead and get right on to it. So the first 2 books I got are actually part of a duet, and that is the Confidence of Wildflowers duet by Smeltzer. I've actually already read these books and I really wanted the physical copies of them. I went out of town for like a day to go to a concert and I was like, okay, we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble's because they have one where we went, because I don't have a Barnes & Noble's where I live. I have a Books A Million, but on Barnes & Noble's. I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for these 2 books. I really did not think that these books were like actually published. I don't know why. I just thought that they were like, I thought it was still like just indie, but I guess they got traditionally published, and whenever I saw them in the store I was genuinely surprised because I was like, dang, like these books really are in store, and just look at the covers of them. They're so beautifully done. I love them literally so much. I also really just love the story. Like, okay, every single time I hold up these books the bookmark falls out. I also put in my black cat bookmark in this book because if you don't know, the main character's name in this book is actually Salem, and one day this guy named Thayer moves in next door with his little son and she kind of becomes a nanny to this son. It is a very big age gap romance, which the first time I read it I didn't even know what this book was about. I just read it. I guess my brain just skipped the part where like their age gap was just so big, and I don't think that the age gap in this book is actually like good for whatever reason. I don't like it at all, but I really love the way that Smeltzer writes. I love her writing. I think it's gorgeous. I had to pick up these books. They were just so freaking good, and I saw them in the store and I was like, okay, you're gonna come home with me. Alright, so the next book that I got, I picked up a few days after my birthday whenever I went back to school shopping at Target, and I saw the book on the shelf and I was like, I didn't even know that this book came out. I thought it came out in February of next year for whatever reason. Just because all the books I'm currently waiting on are like either coming out next year or they come out like in October. But that is With Love from Cold World by Alicia Thompson. I am so freaking excited for this book, guys. Look at the cover art of it. It's just beautiful, and then look at this cover page. Like, look how cool that is. It's just gorgeous. So I did pick it up. This book follows Lauren and Asa. They both work at the bookstore called Cold World in Orlando, Florida. It's like a winter themed bookstore, and one day their boss is like, okay, you guys need to come up with something that will boost revenue because I guess like sales have been dropping. So they're like rivals, I guess, against each other, but he like definitely is a boy who's fallen first and fallen hard for her. And I love books like that where like he's a golden retriever and like she's the black cat, and it's like Grumpy Sunshine but like reverse. That's kind of like the vibes that I get from this book, and I'm super excited to read it. I haven't read an Alicia Thompson book, which I know that she wrote Love in the Time of Serial Killers, which everybody loved, so I'm really excited to get into this book. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully I love it, because if I don't, I will be very upset. I got The Stars Are Dying by Chloe Penaranda. I think that's how you say it. I just love the cover of this book. I've been seeing it all over Instagram. I've been seeing it everywhere, and I just had to pick it up. And again, with the beautiful cover art, and just like you get to visualize the characters from the book, and I just think that's so freaking cool, and it's so beautiful. I don't really understand like the magical world that they're kind of in just from reading the back of the book, which I know like the back of the book is vague. Once you get into the actual book you will know more, obviously. In this book you have this girl named Astria. She wants to know more about her past, so she kind of goes looking for answers, and I think she gets like kidnapped or captured by this guy named Knight or something with him, and they're kind of like enemies to lovers. Like the enemies to lovers I heard is so amazing in this book, and so I'm really excited for that. I also know that there are like vampires in this. I know that they're celestial gods kind of thing. There's like a bargain that has to happen, and she has to decide if this fake life is worth dying for or if she should continue with on the mission that she had before. I don't really know what this book is about. I only know like from the back of it. I just heard that the enemies to lovers in this book is so amazing and it's so good, so I'm super excited. I didn't even know that there were vampires in this book until like after I kind of read the synopsis and I saw some other stuff about it, and I was like, okay, but that's kind of cool. Like, I love Vampire Diaries, I love Twilight, like this is just adding to the obsession. Like, I literally have my stack of Twilight books right there. Also, this makes me kind of upset, but the text in here is literally so small. I don't even know if you guys could tell, but it's so small, but I'm still gonna read it. I don't even care. So the next book that I got is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I know that this is technically the second book to When in Rome, but it's an interconnected standalone, so I just really wanted to read this one. But this follows Annie. Annie is the sister to the guy from the first book of When in Rome, and then you have Will Griffin, who is the bodyguard to the main girl from When in Rome. And Annie owns like this floral kind of shop, and she really wants to get back into the dating world but has no idea what to do, doesn't know how to flirt, doesn't know how to like interact with guys and just all this kind of stuff. So somehow Will becomes like the guy to kind of show her like how do you flirt and what is a good date and all this kind of stuff. But like, I really just love the cover art of this book. I think it looks so good. I've heard so many great reviews about it, and I do love Sarah Adams' writing. I really want to read more of her books, and I love the idea of this book and I really want to read it. And I thought, just in between like fantasy books, it's a very easy, like barely 300 pages kind of book, so I'm really excited to read this. I do really want to read When in Rome. I just wanted to get to this one first. Like, this is the one that I'm excited about. So yeah, that is the 5th book that I got. And the next one I got from my parents, and that is Scarlet Princess by Robin D. Mayle and L. Madison. This is the first book of the Lachlan Feud series. I saw that Sarah Caroli posted about this book and she was like reading it last month, and I was like, okay, that looks really good. So I went scouring the internet looking for the book, and then I watched her next video and she literally named the book, and I was like, okay, really wish I watched her next video before I went looking through the internet. So I put this on my little wish list, and I was like, please give me this book. I really want to get it. I want to read it and I want to devour it. All these books are on KU. I just love having fantasy physical books. I feel like I just really understand the books a lot better whenever I have the physical copy of it, at least for fantasy. Like for romance, I can have it on my Kindle, but most of the time I kind of forget about it unless it was like so good. And I'm kind of the same way with fantasy. Like if I read the physical copy, I have a better chance of remembering what it was about than if I didn't have the physical copy, which is so weird. But anyway, back to this book. This book follows this princess from an enemy kingdom who is Rowan. Rowan ends up finding herself in the other enemy kingdom as a, what is it called? Prisoner? Yes, as a prisoner. And they're like, okay, I don't know, something's happened. I don't really know what happened. And she's a princess of Lachlan. She's captured by this enemy kingdom, and now she's an outsider, and she's learning so much of what she didn't know. Like, she starts to reconsider everything that she knows because of like truths start coming out, like lies and truths are being revealed to her. And so she's like, okay, is my kingdom really worth fighting for, or are these people worth fighting for? And she starts to develop a relationship with her captor, so I think it's kind of like an enemies to lovers as well. I don't know if this is why don't think it is. There is another series that's like connected to this one called the Lachlan Treaty. I think that this series takes place right after that, but I didn't know that before buying the book. If I like this, I'll probably go back and read the other one, just like it'll just be like a prequel, I guess, at that point. But that is the Scarlet Princess. Oh my gosh, guys. And the next one that I got, I'm so excited to read. I'm definitely going to be saving this for October, especially because I want to do a reread of the entire series, and that is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I am so excited for this movie. I'm so excited for this book just in general. I love the Hunger Games series. Like, if you want to know one thing about me, like Hunger Games and Divergent are two of my top favorite movies of the entire world. I love action movies. I love the Hunger Games series. I love the books. Just everything about it. The cast was perfectly done. The way that the movies reflect the books is just so well done. Like, I just loved it so much. It was just so well done. It was so good. Whenever I saw that Suzanne Collins came out with the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is Snow's villain origin story, I had to get it. I had to get it. I've been waiting. Okay, I've been waiting for my birthday to go and get this book, because if I got it sooner, I knew that I wasn't going to be excited by October to go get it. So I waited, okay? But I definitely am going to be reading this book very soon. Hopefully in October, at the beginning of October, I'll start doing my reread of all 4 books to this series. And I'm going to definitely vlog it for you guys, because this series is my whole heart. I love it so much. I'm going to read the books. I'm going to binge the movies. It's going to be great. This book is just going to bring back like 2017 freshman year Kyla, whenever she was deep down in her Hunger Games phase, okay? But yeah, that is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Guys, this next one I'm so excited to read, which I feel like I've been saying that for all these books, but like genuinely, I'm so excited for this book, and that is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. Again, just the cover is beautiful. Fantasy book covers, like, no match to contemporary romance. And then look, the map on the inside that has color. And then of course we have the beautiful title page. So gorgeous. I freaking love this. But in this book you have two kingdoms. You have one kingdom that is like the princess is from, and then you have the other one which like she wants to go after and destroy. So one day the Princess Flora is going to the Bridge Kingdom to go see King Aaron to like become his wife, to like be this sort of peace treaty, but really she's the Trojan horse going to take down this kingdom. So she wants to basically tear the kingdom from the inside out and just destroy it because like they're enemy kingdoms. But as we know, things will take a turn, lies will be uncovered, truths will be told, and she will want to decide, okay, do I destroy this kingdom? Do I save it? What do I do? So I'm really freaking excited for that because again, I love enemies to lovers. Fantasy enemies to lovers is top tier. Like there's no such thing as a contemporary romance enemies to lovers. They are rivals at best. But fantasy enemies to lovers, yeah, because the stakes are just so freaking high. I love it literally so much. I don't know how long the series is gonna be, but I just know I'm excited about it. I saw that Katie is read this book, or she mentioned it, and I just immediately put on my TBR and I've been waiting to get it. So I'm really excited to get to this. Alright, and the second to last book that I have is actually a second book to a series I have not started yet, but this book is A Shadow Crown by Melissa Blair. This is part of the Halfling Saga, which I think Saga is 4, yeah, because Twilight Saga is 4, or is it 5? I don't know, but I have not read the first book to this series, which is A Broken Blade. But I believe the series follows our main girl, Kira, and she goes to like this assassin training or competition type of thing. It's very Throne of Glass coded, which like I love Throne of Glass. So I really want to get to these books. The only reason why I got this one is just like I love the cover, and I know that as soon as I start this series, I'm gonna want to devour it. So yeah, literally I am just so excited to get into this. Definitely in the fall time, I will be reading so many more fantasies. I feel like in the fall I just like want to cozy up and read a fantasy. Like fantasy books are fall books to me, you know? So I'm very excited to get to this series. Yeah. Ooh, the map. That is A Shadow Crown. And then the last book that I have for you guys is another book that I'm just so excited for. Like I've been eyeing this book for so long and I'm so happy that I got it, and that is Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. This is actually a general fiction book, which I'm not usually a general fiction person. Like I don't read general fiction much, but I am so excited for this book. I read the inside of it and I was like, okay, I have to get it. Like this book is just one that I really want to read. So this book follows our 26-year-old Adelaide Williams, and she is an American living in London with her London boyfriend, and she's working, she has friends out there, but something happens one day with her boyfriend. Like something takes a tragic turn, something happens in his life, and he basically starts to crumble, and their relationship starts to crumble, and so she starts to crumble and starts to second guess herself, second guess her job, her friends, and just really what it is to like be living in a country that you don't know. She's very confused, very lost, and you get to follow her as she is in this country that she doesn't really know, and as she is a 26-year-old woman just going about life and trying to figure out things and just trying to live with someone who can't or will not love her. I don't know what it was just about this book, but I was just so drawn to it. I just want to read it so bad. And also, I keep on saying this, but the cover is just so beautiful. Like I saw the cover and that's what drew me to the book. I know that people say don't judge a book by its cover, but like a cover is what draws you to a book. Like if you don't like the cover, you're not gonna want to pick up and see the back of it and like know what it's about, even if it's a great book, like genuinely. But like the design of a book genuinely does matter to people's brains. I'm also like a mass comm design major, if you don't know. Like this is stuff that I study. But anyway, back to the book. Something about like the synopsis, I was like, I have to read this. Like I already felt so connected to it. And as I said, I'm not one for general fiction, but like I'm very, very excited to read this book and to know what it's about and to just follow this girl. So yeah, I'm so grateful that I got this book and I'm very excited to read it. I am so hungry. Ooh, I need to get up and get changed and head out. So these are all the books that I got for my birthday that I bought and was gifted. I'm so grateful to everyone who either gifted me a book or gifted me money or took me book shopping, and just thank you guys for all the birthday wishes earlier in this month. I love you guys so much, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the books that I bought. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. I love you all so much, and peace out.